Pela morning, true Algeta. Good morning. We're meeting today on the lands of the Gadigal people, and I pay my respects to their elders past and present. I also want to acknowledge and thank the landowners, clan groups, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and Indigenous people who support us and work with us everywhere we work, across Australia, Timor-Leste, and of course, Papua New Guinea. Santos is proud of the work we do in these communities, and in particular the landowners and clan groups in Papua New Guinea where we operate. We are indebted to them for their support of our projects and operations, and we are committed to investing in their communities to build a better future for the next generations. To distinguished guests, the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, James Marape, and his ministerial delegation, Australia's Assistant Minister for Trade, Senator the Honourable Tim Ayres, our industry and community partners and government representatives, welcome to Sydney. This event has always been an excellent forum to celebrate Papua New Guinea and its world-class resources sector. So thank you to the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy for once again hosting this important event. This is a pivotal time to be having a conversation about the future of energy and resources in Papua New Guinea. And as a proud corporate citizen in PNG, for around 40 years, our merger with Oil Search gives us the heritage of 95 years, but Santos has been investing and been part of the PNG resource sector for over 40 years in its own right. And over the last 40 years, our optimism and ambitions for our future in PNG have only strengthened. We're committed to PNG, its economy, and above all, its people, for the long haul. Our operated oil position in PNG includes the Agogo, Kutubu, and Gobi production facilities, as well as our operations at the Kumul Marine Terminal. And since the 1990s, we have shipped around 1,040 cargoes of crude from the marine terminal without any disruption for 32 years. This is a testament to the deep relationships and strong partnerships that we enjoy with the government and the people of PNG and our valued joint venture partners. 2024 has been a huge year for Santos, not only in PNG, but in every region where we operate around the world. We celebrated our 70th anniversary. We commenced operations at our Moomba carbon capture and storage project in South Australia. This is one of the largest and lowest cost CCS projects in the world, with a capacity to store 1.7 million tonnes of carbon every year. And that's the equivalent of the emissions of 700,000 vehicles being taken off the road in the startup of that plant. We're months away from first gas at our Barossa project, and which will likely be followed closely by the Pikka project in Alaska. In PNG, we've also marked a number of milestones. Last month, we announced with the joint venture partners and ExxonMobil the startup of the Angore project, which is hugely important. A 1 trillion cubic feet natural gas resource to supply PNG LNG for years to come. We completed optimisation at the central processing facility to enable the associated gas to be produced from Kutubu at accelerated rates. And this project is exceeding expectations with 16 billion cubic feet of accelerated gas so far this year. The Santos Foundation completed construction and installation of a solar mini-grid in Pemaga in the Southern Highlands, enabling more than 300 students at a local technical and vocational college to use industry-grade tools as part of their training program. Papua New Guinea is a very important part of our portfolio. PNG is also a very important energy-producing nation for the giant energy-consuming economies of Asia. And of course, it is the development of PNG resources that is underpinning the jobs, business opportunities, regional development, and government revenues that are helping PNG build prosperity for its people over time. We look forward to continuing to work with the Marape government to unlock the wealth of PNG resources into the future and continue this journey together. Our prospective portfolio contains fields such as Pinyang, Maruk and Jua, which are proven resources that can backfill and sustain PNG LNG production for decades to come. The front-end engineering process for Papua LNG and the Elk Antelope gas fields is also ongoing. There is no shortage of gas in PNG. It is a land of prolific gas resources. And Santos has a great position in the upstream. There are plenty of good options to keep PNG LNG infrastructure full for a very long time. But our assets are just one half of the equation. Santos is committed to investing in PNG's people. And I'm pleased to say for the first time, we are now over the 90% mark for PNG roles to be held by PNG citizens. And 80% of all of our leadership roles are now held by Papua New Guineans, 80%. Many of you will know Leon Buskins, our PNG country chair. Leon and a number of our team are here today, and I encourage you to catch up with them over the course of the conference. We're also committed to securing the future for PNG's next generation. Since 2023, we have welcomed 161 new PNG national employees, and this includes 33 apprentices, the largest cohort to join Santos in PNG since the program's inception. These apprentices undergo world-class technical training at Petronas's Technology Institute in Malaysia as part of their program, and we look forward to taking them on an exciting journey with Santos in an industry that makes a real difference to the world, not only to PNG's prosperity, but to the people across Asia who depend on PNG LNG to heat their homes, keep their lights on, and fuel their industries. This time last year, I flagged our plans to establish the Santos Global Support Centre in Port Moresby as a hub to support Santos's maintenance and engineering needs. And I'm proud to say that the centre commenced operations in March, and it's proving to be a great success. Not only supporting our operations in PNG, but also here in Australia. And we have plans to double the size of this centre in 2025. Investing in the next generation of Papua New Guineans through education, training and employment is very important to Santos, but it is only one part of our social and economic contribution to the country. In 2023, Santos paid revenues to the government of close to 1.5 billion kina in corporate taxes, in more than 164 million kina in royalties and development levies. And beyond our taxes, we've invested in local businesses and communities in other ways, including through contracts to landowner companies valued at over 250 million kina. Grants to the Santos Foundation of 40 million kina annually to support its community health program and education initiatives. Community investment and business development initiatives worth 7.5 million kina. Education sponsorships of 2 million kina. And the Santos Foundation has delivered some truly spectacular results. Through the combined efforts of the Foundation, the Southern Highlands Provincial Health Authority in PNG was ranked the #1 in the country in terms of National Department, in the National Department Health milestones. And it's something we're very proud of, and I acknowledge the Governor of the Southern Highlands Province and their team for their ongoing support. It creates better health outcomes for their people and communities. And there are many people in this room who will know that Papua New Guinea is battling very high cervical cancer rates. It's the most common cancer among women in PNG, leading to around 1,500 preventable deaths every year. So I'm very proud of the new screening service that we have for women in Mendi and the neighbouring communities. Our partnership are focused on routine immunisation, providing more medical support for supervised births, and our mobile medical outreach clinics providing medical care direct to remote villages. As ever, there is so much more work to do, but we have been immensely satisfied to see our support in 3 provinces drive meaningful improvements in provincial health performance and rankings, which has been recognised by the government. And there aren't many people in this room who won't know about PNG's passion for rugby league. Santos is a strong supporter of women's sport everywhere, but we're particularly proud to support the PNG National Women's Rugby League team, the Mighty Orchids. And this year we extended our support to introduce a National Women's Rugby League tournament, the Santos Cup. As I said earlier, Santos is in PNG for the long haul. We've got a great portfolio of assets. Our investment in them is possible because of the strong support of the PNG government and the Papua New Guinea people and the communities. To the attendees here today, considering whether or not to invest in and expand in PNG, I can say with confidence, look at what we have done at Santos, not just with our joint venture partners, but with the people and the government of PNG. PNG is Australia's nearest neighbour and great friend, and we have a long history of people-to-people relationships. There is no better time for us to invest. Thank you.